In this tutorial, you will make a kaleidoscope by rotating and animating a picture. First, you'll drag a picture into your sketch from the picture gallery that comes with Sketchpad. Then you'll start your kaleidoscope construction by placing points on two concentric circles. Next, you'll attach your picture to the points and rotate the picture several times to complete the kaleidoscope. Finally, you'll animate your kaleidoscope using the motion controller and by creating an animation button. To begin my investigation, I'd like to get a picture. I'll use the picture gallery that comes with Sketchpad, and that has pictures I can use for anything that I like. So I'll choose Help, Picture Gallery, and I'll look for a picture that I think would look good in a kaleidoscope. I like this flowers picture. Well, there are two ways I can get the picture into my sketch. I can grab the picture with my mouse, drag, and then when I'm over Sketchpad, release. Or I can go back to the picture in my browser, and I can right-click or control-click on a Mac and choose Copy Image. Then in Sketchpad, I can choose Edit, Paste Picture. Now that I have the picture in my sketch, I can move it around using the arrow tool, and I can resize it using these handles here at the corners. If I want to resize it without changing its proportions, I can hold down the Shift key. To build my kaleidoscope, I need to construct two concentric circles, and then a point on each one. So I'll choose the compass tool, and I'll construct one circle. And then I'll construct another circle, but I'll make sure that the center of the second circle is the same as the center of the first circle. Now I want to construct a point on each circle. I'll choose the point tool, and make sure the circle is highlighted, make sure this circle is highlighted, and click. And then I'll choose the arrow tool and just drag these points to make sure that I got them on the circles. If I didn't, I could always choose Edit Undo and do it again. So then I'll choose the text tool, and I'll label the center point A and the two radius points B and C, and the 2 points on the circles D and E. So next I'd like to add my picture into the kaleidoscope by attaching it to these 2 points D and E. So I'll click an empty space to deselect everything, and I'll select the picture, and I'll choose Edit, Copy. Then I'll click an empty space again, and I'll select points D and E, and I'll choose Edit, Paste Picture. So now that you see the picture is attached to points D and E, and if I move these points, it stays attached. Well, now I want to fill up the space between these two circles with copies of this picture, and I'll do that by rotating it about this point A. In Sketchpad, whenever you rotate or dilate, you need to have a center point to rotate or dilate about. If you don't pick one, Sketchpad will pick one for you. But I'm going to pick point A, so I'll select it, and I'll choose Transform, Mark Center. And you see it flashes. And then I'll choose my picture, and I'll choose Transform, Rotate. And it says 90 degrees, but I'd like to rotate by 60 degrees. So I'll type 60, and I'll click Rotate. And then with this picture selected, I'll choose Transform, Rotate, and it rotates it by 60 again, so I'll click Rotate. And then I'll do it again, click Rotate, and then again, click Rotate. And this will be my last one, so I'll choose Transform, Rotate, and click Rotate. And now you see if I move one of these points D or E, all the pictures move. So now that I've finished my kaleidoscope, I want to see it move. So I'll select points D and E, and I'll choose Display, Animate Points. So you see points D and E are moving around the circles, and I get this motion controller. I can use this to either speed up or slow down the rotation, or to stop it or reverse it, or pause it. And then maybe I'd like to change something about the way my kaleidoscope looks, like make the circles bigger or smaller or something. So I'll make this circle smaller, I think. And then I'll press pause again, and you see it's moving again. Well, then I'd like to hide the circles and points because I don't really need them anymore. So I'll press pause, and I'll select the circles and the points, and I'll choose Display, Hide Objects. If I ever wanted to get them back, I would just choose Display, Show All Hidden. So now maybe I don't like this flower picture as much as I thought I did, and I want to choose a different picture. So I'll choose Help, Picture Gallery, and I think I like this snail picture. So I'll copy it, and then in Sketchpad, I'll select one of the original pictures in the kaleidoscope, and I'll choose Edit, Paste Replacement Picture. And you see that all the pictures in the kaleidoscope are replaced. And I'll play again to see how this one looks. And you might like to think about why the pictures become distorted and how your kaleidoscope is actually working. But now let's just stop the motion controller. And we're going to make a button that allows anyone to just press the button and play our kaleidoscope. So I'm going to choose Display, Show All Hidden, and I'm going to deselect just points D and E. Notice that everything else that I hid is still selected, so then when I go to the Display menu and choose Hide Objects, everything I hid before will be hid again. And I'm going to select points D and E and choose Edit, Action Buttons, Animation. And I'll just click OK. And you see I get this button here. When I click the button, it makes my points move. Then I click it again, and they stop.